Jets
Let's
Bills.
go. Yeah, yeah. Probably one of the shittiest fucking Monday night
Yo,
slates we've had.
we tired as hell staying up for this crazy crazy game. This slip is not it.
Nah, this is nasty. We went through it. We tried to dissect it. We went fishing. We took the kids fishing. There's nothing.
I
You
mean,
don't want to
yeah, unless you like betting on punters.
unless you're degenerate and you'll bet on punters in the 20th yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a few lines we like, but we're not overdoing it here. I
yeah,
mean,
no.
the slip I put in, it's Tyler Conklin, three receptions over, and Keon Coleman over 18 and a half, longest reception. Keon's hit that 4 out of 5 games. I mean, you're basically just betting he gets a catch.
Yeah. And just to give you guys a quick breakdown, right? We have the Buffalo Bills playing the Jets at home, right? Right now the spread's sitting at about -2.5 for the Bills. Um, you got 54% of the money on the Jets, while only 38% of the bets are coming in on the Jets, right? So, the bigger money is coming in on the Jets on the spread. Most of the money line is on the Bills. Um, right now, the under is getting only 22% of the bets, but it's covering up the number, but it's somewhere in the ballpark of about 56% of the bet or the money, right? So a lot of money on the under and a lot of money on the Jets plus 2.5. Um, going through injuries, I mean, it's the same injuries for the Bills. You've got let's see here, you still got Milano out, Von Miller suspended, Shakir's questionable with the ankle sprain. He only practiced once this week, so I mean, I don't know if he's even ready to go. And then Cook's also dealing with the toe injury. So I don't even know if he's going to be good to go. I think he only practiced once, but we'll know a little bit more closer to the game. Um,
Yeah,
you
on the
guys
on
heard,
the Jets side, injuries you got Michael Carter, the
yeah,
DB is out.
CJ Mosley,
Conklin, yeah, CJ Mosley hasn't played. He's questionable. He practiced limited, and
yeah,
of course Conklin, the guy we caught 3 receptions, but he's questionable.
he's questionable. Reddick's suspended, or he's not playing. So you got a lot of injuries on both sides. Nothing crazy, but it's just like it's already two teams that are struggling, right? And so it was kind of gross. Player props, we talked about the Conklin one. Um, we can pull that up real quick and talk to you guys about it. The reason why we liked it is he seems to be the most consistent receiver for Aaron Rodgers. Um, he's not dropping the ball like Lazard. He's not getting the protection from the corners like Wilson. And like I said, overall he just seems to be the safer play here. You can catch it. What was it? Underdog. You can catch it at 3, right? And if
Yeah,
you're on DraftKings, you can get at 3.5, which he's hit 3 for 3 on the last 3 games he's hit it. He only got 1-1 against San Francisco and Tennessee. So there is that. Um, you like the Keon one. The two that I liked was, and one of the guys is a hurt, James Cook. I like his run rush yards here, right? If you look at the last 5, he's gone 3 for 5 to the over, and the two that he missed was against Jacksonville, which is a top 8 run defense, and in Baltimore, which is probably the best run defense in the league, right? Both games he only got 39 yards. Both games it was a blowout to one side or the other, and Buffalo just didn't stop against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They just kept pounding them, right? So that was a little odd, I would say. Um, but in the other 3 games against Arizona, Miami, and even Houston, who has a decent run defense, he hit them. He hit the over. Jets are ranked 14th against rushing yards. and 19th against the versus a running back, right? So what it's saying is they give up more yards to the running backs. You know, they don't give up as many yards to maybe the quarterbacks running the ball, things like that. The other one that I really liked, and I played it last week, I'm going right back to it, is Allen, Josh Allen, under
Yeah,
completions,
that was a good call
right?
out.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw it last week, I thought there's no freaking way, right? But if you look at it, shit, I opened up the wrong window. If you look at it, he's only hit this line once all year, and it was against the blowout win against Jacksonville, right? Even last week when they had to come back from behind to make it a close game, which they just lost against themselves with the Houston Texans, he only completed 9 passes. That's insane. The closest he came to this was again the comeback victory against Arizona. He completed 18 passes that game, right? Miami, he only completed 13, and Baltimore 16, right? And they keep putting themselves in this position where they have to come from behind. I don't think that they're necessarily going to be coming back from behind in this game. I don't think they're going to have a huge lead either, especially if Shakir and Cook don't play. But I don't know. Yeah, those are the two that I like, plus the Conklin one.
Yeah,
Keon, he's hit, so you can't really have an argument against that. Like he's hitting it, so and Josh Allen likes to throw the ball every now and then, so it is what it is.
yeah. I do have one other prop in this game that's not uh mentioned yet. I did take it. I paired it with something
Oh,
outside
really?
of this game,
Yeah, you hit this
just
one early.
because. Yeah, Brees Hall 4.5 targets. I actually caught it at 4, I think.
Yeah,
Um, he's gotten 4 targets every game this year. He's gotten at least 5 in 4 out of 5 games. It's pretty chalky, but I mean, it's probably gonna pay. So I do like
yeah,
that one a lot, but um, there's not much in this game, honestly.
yeah. As for the game itself, I mean, with the spread being -2.5, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can get behind Buffalo laying a field goal on the Jets without Cook and without Shakir. But at the same time, the Jets haven't really done enough to prove that they can stay within three as well. It's kind of weird. Um, so I don't really know how to feel about the spread too much. I think I already mentioned it. The Jets are a favorite here when it comes to big money. I kind of was looking at the over under. It's a little low at 40 and a half. The only reason I would lean to the under here is because the new head coach, or not the new head, I guess the new head coach, right, Obridge, he's known for wanting to play old school physical football, which means he's going to run the freaking ball, right? And you already have a Bills team who also likes to run the ball, which means the clock's going to run out. Neither of these teams have been very efficient lately. Um, they're both pretty decent in the red zone. I would lean to the under here, right? Especially with Buffalo's weapons being out, um, and the lack of chemistry and connection on the offense of the Jets. I just really can't see. It's weird. The Jets have these moments of sparks, right? Like they had that one drive that started on the 4 yard line. Aaron Rodgers came back from being hurt, fucking drove it all the way down, scored a touchdown, and that's when I started sweating. I was like, "Yo, hey, Vikings might actually lose this game. Like that shit looked good."
Yeah.
And then what happened? That he threw a pick like the next couple of drives. I was just like, "All right, well, never mind."
I mean, to your
So
point, with that coaching change, um, I'll just plug this in. You can get Brees Hart at 12.5 rush attempts. If you think the game's just gonna go that way and whatnot, I
yeah,
mean, that's available. As far as the game, the under makes sense to me. It's probably gonna be an ugly game given
yeah,
the injuries on Buffalo's offense and just what we've seen from both of these teams.
yeah.
Um, I said in our last video, I'm I'm taking Jets money line. I just it's got to be a get right spot with Salah fired. Either they're playing for him or they're playing for the new coach, and the Bills have looked bad the last couple weeks altogether. So Jets money line.
There's a stat out there last year that I was looking at. I should have probably brought it up. Yeah, it's probably gonna take too long to look it up right now. But there's a record. There's a stat line where how profitable a team is after they fire the head coach. It happened with who was it? The Raiders.
Raiders, yeah.
The Raiders they won after they fired their head coach last year.
The Jags
Uh,
were one of them 2 years
the
ago, I
Jags are
think.
one. Yep. Did Carolina win after they fired their head coach last year?
Yeah, I think
I mean
so.
they. So like, and this isn't like a large like after or not a large sample size, but it's not like they're gonna win every single game after. It's just that one game after they fire their head coach. It sparks something in the players, whatever the case may be, right? But there's some data behind it saying that it's profitable to bet on the team that just fired their coach. I did that last year. I bet on the Raiders for it. People were like, "No, this Raiders screwed." Like I made money on that game, so I can't hate it. That's a good bet. If you're going for the Jets for that reason, I might do like a nah. Never mind. I ain't even do
Not even messing with
that.
it.
Not even messing with it. I'll do a +7, but Allen can show up and just cook. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
He
There's
could
no
just
point.
rush for 80 yards and two scores and
Yeah,
complete 12 passes.
yeah. 9 passes and come back and
Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm good. we,
Nah.
we've got some props. I honestly would play these props half a unit. I wouldn't really put a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So
I mean, I think if you're interested in betting on this game, I'd probably look at going on DraftKings and just getting in a tournament or a head to
yeah,
head, and
take it
you
as a
you
as
can
a
get a
day off.
better, yeah. Take a day off. You can get a better edge on a daily lineup than you can on this game in other ways, I would say. So,
Yeah. If we haven't mentioned it already, right? I love if you want to bet something on a primetime game. I love Cincinnati -3.5 here, right? If you want to put someone in towards a primetime game, I would put it towards that versus this game. Just saying. So,
yeah.
um, but yeah, no. Do you got anything else, bro?
No, I mean, I guess, you could play Garrett Wilson here. It's super chalky. The Lions a little cooked
Yeah,
compared to what it has been just because he had 23 targets last week.
yeah, that was big.
And it's just the consistency there. We don't know what to expect from this offense with the new coach, so new play calling.
Yeah, I do like it a little bit more here, just because the Bills they don't excel at one thing. Like the the Vikings excelled really well at having pressure on the quarterback, um, which put Rodgers into weird situations. And then if you look at like the Jets' previous games, right? Denver, they got a solid secondary. Um, Tennessee is a good defense, and San Francisco is a good defense, right? So when you pair up the Bills defense versus those guys, I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like there are more options for Garrett Wilson to get going this game.
yeah,
So I like it, even though it's a little high, but again, it is high, so you got to take that into.
yeah. It's just chalky. I mean, I don't. I'd rather play the under than I'd rather play the over than the under, but I'm just gonna avoid it.
Yeah. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this game. We're finishing up the last touches on the Discord. A little bit information on that. We're going to be having a free Discord where you guys can come along. It's going to be very similar to Twitter. You guys can drop some ideas, whatever the case may be, right? And then we'll have a separate channel for people who are subscribed, where they'll be getting all the plays. You guys can check our track record, especially for NFL. We've been profitable every week consistently, and it's not even close. Like, you know, we're above, I would say, on average. we're above a 60 to 65% hit rate. I haven't plugged in all the numbers for this week yet, but it looks. I'm pretty confident in the plays that I made so far for this week. So, um,
Yeah,
you know,
we dove deep into it this week, so we'll see if our time spent pays off.
yeah, and we're not gonna charge an arm and leg. You know what I mean? I mean, the goal is to with the profits from like one game, you should be able to cover the monthly subscription that we're gonna do. We don't really know how we're gonna do that honestly just yet, but it won't be too expensive. Um, and it'll come with plays like one of the ones I'll give an example for is Bucky Irving. Right, I haven't. We're not gonna drop this because it's not fair to drop this player line, but I got him at 37 and a half. His line's at 60 now, and
Yeah,
I got that line like back on Wednesday, Thursday. There's an injury update to White. He's gonna be questionable and got downgraded to doubtful. Caught the line before the books got it, and so I feel pretty. I'm not saying it's gonna hit. It's on auto hit, but at 37 and a half, he's hit that most games, and now he's gonna have more snap shares. So things like that, right? Um, Sometimes we just throw a parlay real quick. Like we just drop like five CS fucking parlays.
yeah,
We don't got time to post it on Twitter, but best believe it'll be on that Discord. So
yep,
yeah,
yeah. Good call out. We'll have it together here soon, very soon.
yep. So appreciate the follows, guys. Appreciate the support, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Yep. Milk money out.
Sir.